Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Nurisha Zwani binti Syahrul Zaman, and I'm going to explain about the common problem solving question and answer during job interview. The first question is about when you face a problem, what do you do? And my answer for this question is, the first one is assess the problem and find out what I want to achieve. The second point is weigh up options before deciding on definitive action plans. The third point is implement the action needed to solve the problem. And the last one is assessing what caused the problem to prevent it from happening again. For the second question is describe a time when you face unexpected challenge at work. For this question, I will answer it by using the STAR technique, which stands for situation, task, action and result. For example, when I was working as a scuba diver, one of the tourists that dived with me, her oxygen tank cord was severed because it was stuck to the coral reef and broke. Because of that, she became panicked and fainted. Fortunately, I saw it immediately and took her to the boat. After I was done, opened all her scuba attire. To reduce the pressure, I started giving her the CPR until she gained her conscious. Then later on, I take her to the hospital for further checkup. And for the next day, when I visited her at the hospital, she thanked me for saving her life. And for the third question is, how do you weigh the pros and cons before making a decision? My answer for this question is, firstly, always put the organization first. The second point is understand the vision of the organization in order to make a decision that are justifiable and effective. The third point is consider the risk versus reward when making a decision. Because if the decision involves taking a risk, I will decide it that to ensure that it give benefits to the organization. The fourth question is about how would you handle a disgruntled or dissatisfied customer? And my answer is, first, listen to them what the problem is about. The second one is ask question to justify the issue. The third point is apologize if it was the company that at fault. And the next point is offer the resolution, such as giving them options to their complaints. And the last one is apologize again and implement the resolution before making sure the lesson were learned to prevent from happening again. The fifth question is, what metrics do you track on a regular basis? How do you use the information to adjust your approach? My answer is, for example, as a project manager, I often use budget cost and actual cost to determine the success of the project. If the budget cost is low, I will rearrange the project to meet the budget provided. If the actual cost is high, I will reevaluate the expenses in the project to ensure that all the cost was calculated wisely. For the next question is, tell me about a time when you had to change your planned course of action at the last moment. How did you handle this situation? For the example, when I was working as a chef, I was informed that we had an unexpected VIP customers and they asked for the food that was not in the menu. I was able to inform the customers about that and suggested another menu and offered dessert as compliment of the chef to them, and luckily they accepted it. All the customers enjoyed the food so much that they mentioned it in social media and promote our restaurant. The next question is, your manager wants to buy new software to help increase the team productivity and she asked for your recommendation. What do you respond? My answer for this question is, firstly, I will ask my manager what the most important features and the budget. Then the second point is start to research productivity software options that meet the budget provided. And the third point is I will also consider the software ability that can help in the future. The next point is then I would narrow down the list until the top 3 with a top recommendation. And lastly, And lastly, I would present my recommendation to my manager with a few points about why this option was the best. And for the last question, describe a time when you had to solve a problem but didn't have all the necessary information about it beforehand. What do you do? And my answer for this question, for example, when I was working as a retail assistant at the clothes shop, the manager of our shop told me the number of customers was less daily and I needed to come up with a solution. I decided to start rearrange all the clothes to make it more clean, organized and attractive. I also taught myself to become more attentive to the customer and greet them to make them feel welcome. Then I also start to keep a watchful eye for theft and mishandling of merchandise, and I found out that some irresponsible customers mishandling the merchandise and make it unorganized. Then after I successfully identify and overcome the problem with the display of the merchandise, my manager said that more customers came to our shop. Therefore, the problem is solved. That's all from me. Thank you.